bum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da, bum, bum. A lot of the tracks in this game are pretty cool, but one of the ones that isn't is this one, this weird like monk track that plays a lot of all the time, where it just goes. That one sucks. I don't like it. It's really boring. There's not much interesting about it. I mean, I guess we go contest this guy here. Oh, it's a cannon. Is it a howitzer? Yeah. And then we go for Lisbon. And then we can go get Gibraltar and after that. We should really stop taxing Spain immediately. I think that's a good idea. Not saying Spain doesn't deserve taxes after all we've been through, but it might be a good idea just for the long-term health of the Republic to stop the taxes now. Oh shit, we have howitzers. Okay, we're bringing the howitzers. We do need Colonial Dragoon. Actually, I feel like I like Light Dragoon better than Colonial Dragoon. We'll cancel that one. We don't need that right now. And then we'll also go ahead and get a General. All right. Once we have 2 armies here, we can start heading out and moving north. I feel like that'll be a good time for it. Whoa, hello. Europe. Denmark is on fire again. I see. I see what's going on. Denmark is once again on fire. Okay, well, we will try to not look at Copenhagen as much as possible. Okay, that's our money. Next turn. I hope there wasn't anything in Americas. I feel like I did stuff in the Americas this turn that was needed to be done. Right, we took Montreal, didn't we? Was that this turn? Oh god, they're all blurring together. All the turns are blurring together in my mind. I cannot keep them apart. Yeah, Spain's probably not having a good time right now. They just lost the largest economic base in their entire empire. Entire empire. That's a fun one. Ottoman Empire has so many troops. They're just like spread out over little tiny groups. Troops and groups. I just can't stop from rhyming. I'm doing it all the timing. Oh, that's not good. That's nothing. I really don't want a military alliance with you. I promise you I will conquer you soon. But until then, let us just stay friends. Agent recruited. Cool. Whoa, a trade route was raided? That's crazy. Anyways. Horses. That's a lot of horses. Surrender refused. I think that's the capital now. Yeah, it's the capital of Spain, Lisbon. We're going to have to keep an army in Spain right now. Like, that's just what we're going to have to do for a bit. Wait, is that a general? No, it's a gentleman. Okay. I really don't care about agents. I really, really don't. Someone's gonna go in the comments and tell me that how good agents are. And I'm just not going to listen to you, my dude. I don't care. They're not good enough. Like, however good they are, they're not good enough for me to waste time worrying about them. Do we just take out Quebec instead of going straight for Huron? 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 Huron. I know it's like Huron, but like we bastardize indigenous pronunciations of places all the fucking time. So I'm not really sure that's the way to go. Oh, did we not repair this port? That's fucked up. Why did we not repair that? Did we not repair this army? Okay, one guy took 3 hits. Or one unit took 3 casualties. I always say that talk to them as guys, which is like kind of how it works in some of the newer games, like Warhammer in particular, where you just have guys that have a whole bunch of health. But I fucking hate that. It's not my vibe. If like it's just so ahistorical, and like it works for Warhammer, I guess, but that's like not why I play the games. I like the historical basis in them. Like they're not historically accurate. That's very obvious, I think. Not obvious enough, but it is very obvious. It could be more obvious. Unfortunately, it kind of needs to be more obvious in some ways because people just don't fucking get it sometimes. But yeah, it's pretty obvious that they're not historically accurate. But the historical grounding, I think, is more interesting to me than like the fantastical. Yeah, I think it might behoove us to go after Quebec first. Hey, can we... Thank you. What about you, Cuba? Are you good? Yeah, Cuba's good. And Santo Domingo, or Hispaniola, I guess it's currently. Those ones are so small, you can't hit them on the map. You have to actually go over to them and hit them individually. Yeah, we're good. What about you? Cool. Taxes, anyone? That should significantly increase our money flow. Yeah, look at that. We're at 20k a turn. Or, yeah, 20k? Yeah, 20k every turn. That's pretty good, especially with how many armies we have. We're doing pretty nice. We're nice with it. Do we need to do more recruitment? Yeah, we're ready for more recruitment. I guess we just want more. I actually kind of want more. You're a little expensive. Okay, we're gonna. I kind of want more VOCs. If I'm being honest. Like we have the money for it, so I think it would be good for us to have that. I almost said behoove again. I bet you noticed that, and you were about to comment. They almost said behoove again. Oh shit, I forgot Denmark. I can't be in here and zoom out so far because Denmark is fucking burning. Oh, is this a fucking... Is that fucking Catholic place? Yeah, we'll burn that. Thank you for reminding me to burn that, Spain. Oh, we have a new university. We can, what do we want to set this to? Sure. Abolition of slavery. Holy shit. It increases the cost of constructing plantations. I mean, yeah. it's a very European focused view of the slavery issue. Issue, I say. Like I'm from the fucking 1800s. It's weird though that it doesn't. Like, that's the only like. I guess there's really no upkeep for these things. Like this doesn't have an upkeep. You know, it just produces wealth. The upkeep is like in whatever profit. Like it's you're just getting pure profit from it. And really, you're not even getting profit from it. You're just getting the taxes off of the profit from it. So I guess it really doesn't matter. It is kind of. Does it have? Okay, wait. Let me check that again. Does it have unrest for the noble class? Plus happiness for lower classes, I think, makes a certain amount of sense. Because the lower class would now include all of the former slaves, which would increase the happiness. But there is also going to be this is an unfortunate fact of labor history, which is that some like labor or like early labor advocates, you know, were threatened by the abolition of slavery. But you know, the thing is that most labor advocates, regardless, still saw not only abolition but like integration as a net benefit for workers, even if it means there's more workers that you have to compete with as a force on the market. Because then there's also more workers that can work together against the upper class. But more conservative labor organizers don't see it that way, and so there would be those who are a bit miffed by that kind of thing. It's a very white people, man. I I don't know what to tell you. But it is a very interesting thing to like how do you work that like really difficult history out in a video game, you know? I should really upgrade the roads. That's like one thing I should be doing. Like Madrid's already upgraded their infrastructure, right? But like look at the oh, I guess that's upgraded too. That isn't though. Like look at that. I always forget to do it is the thing. Like it makes your troops move faster. I just forget to do it. Like it's really good to do, but I'm a little forgetful sometimes. Okay, one more turn and then we can let them head over to the north there. Austria? Never mind. I can't afford a war with Austria right now. Alright. We're not going to declare war yet. We have to maneuver our troops first. Alright. Oh, they're already... This is one thing I miss about the current Total Wars. Because they did the... Like, I said this earlier in an earlier episode. It's probably a while ago now. But they changed the way that generals work. And they made it so that you can't have like random troops without a general. There has to be a general there, which reduces the amount of like random armies that you see. Like if you go back over here, you see there's like 10 million armies of like one unit around here. There's one right there, just like wandering around, and that shit is awful. That shit sucks because it takes forever for the troops to be moved. But it's also like really, it also gets rid of a really cool feature of this earlier style of game, which is basically creating you know, military police that you can leave behind at your leisure. And it has that to an extent now where like certain buildings just like create troops. And like that's fine, but I like having more fine control over it, you know? I like that. I like that finer amount of control. I think it would be neat if you could, like, Stellaris has this actually, where you can just create ground troops for a planet, and they just stay there. They're not the ones that you go and land on places. They're just ground troops. I believe. I'm pretty sure they can't. There's like some that you can't bring out. But anyways, and you can just do that at your own discretion, and I think that's a really cool mechanic. And I think that would be really good brought into whatever the newest venture is for Total War. The next one I've seen, and this is probably gonna go out like a while from now, so it's gonna be old news by the time this video comes out. But they're gonna be doing Egypt, and I'm interested to see how they take it, because they're doing like, you know, ancient Egypt, so they're talking like Canaanites, Hittites, that like era. So it's gonna be like I don't actually know which dynasty it's gonna be, but it's not gonna be like the Ptolemaids, you know. It's gonna be like one of the original dynasties, like whether it be the first dynasty or the Middle Kingdom or whatever. It ain't gonna be the Greeks. It's not gonna be Greeks in charge of Egypt. It's gonna be actually Egyptians. But yeah, I'm interested to see how they take it, because they've recently done some of the more fantasy elements from the Warhammer games in the more historically based games, like with the Three Kingdoms game. But that game was heavily based on, you know, a fictional tale. So it makes sense to a certain degree, even though I don't particularly care for that. I would rather take those historical details, take the historical details from the tales and make a historically based game, instead of one where you have fucking Lubu with superpowers or whatever the hell, you know. But with Egypt, that period, there's a lot of myth and not a whole lot of fact. There's a lot of facts missing. And so I'm very interested to see what facts they choose to use and whether they choose to go with that mythic style. I kind of hope that I really hope, I'm not going to make that like vague. I really hope that they give us something more interesting than the fucking superpowers. I don't want the Pharaoh coming in and summoning snakes or some shit. Or like the Pharaoh has 10 million hit points and can tank a fucking elephant by himself. That shit sucks. I hate it. So hopefully they won't do that. Like, you know, how will they interpret the sea people, you know? Because we don't know a whole lot about the sea people. There's a lot we don't know about them. So I'm very interested to see how that turns out. Hopefully it's a fun game. That's what I hope most of all, is that it's a fun game that plays the way I like it to play. Which is more like this and less like Total War Warhammer, if I'm being perfectly honest. Yeah, I think we're still going to wait on India a little bit, which I think means we are ready to pass turn. But before we do that, let's just like go through and start upgrading infrastructure. I think we're not gonna upgrade to that level yet. We're just gonna go around and make sure everyone's got cobblestone at least. Yeah, let's go to America and start upgrading the infrastructure there. That's gonna have shitty infrastructure for sure. Although that one's pretty good. I mean, America today still has shitty infrastructure, so imagine how it was before we started making this kind of infrastructure. I mean, the thing is, the thing of it is, there should not be this kind of lack of infrastructure. Indigenous people created footpaths. and none of them are present in this game for some reason. In fact, the footpaths that indigenous people used are what created the ability for like European settlers or invaders to colonize the way that they did. Like in part, like without the Native American footpaths, there is no, or there's much less mobility of European colonists and traders. Like the whole fucking trade industry relied on those footpaths. Not just not just the European industry, but the indigenous industry too. That's why they created the footpaths, is because they needed them to trade. So it's just really weird that, like, what's the infrastructure here? Nothing. That's fucking bullshit. Okay, basic roads, that makes sense in Georgia. That actually does make sense. What about in Cherokee territory? There should be, okay, basic roads. We're getting up to cobbled roads. That makes sense, yeah. Yeah, some of this is just like, yeah, no, they didn't have cobbled roads, of course, but they certainly had roads. They had footpaths. And they weren't necessarily optimized for beasts of burden, but they certainly were roads. Like, it's just ridiculous, some of the ones that don't have roads. Like, how do you think they traded? You think they never traded in their entire life? Like, over here, there probably wouldn't have been as many, but I'm a little bit talking out of my ass there, so I'm gonna stop. That's kind of making an assumption. That's not something I really know about, but I could see it being the case because of the more boat-based travel. But there still would have been some amount of footpaths because people just live there. That's just what happens when people live in a place. They create footpaths, and that creates roads in a way. Alright. No, that's not doing the music. Bam, 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 bam. We did save, right? Let me just do another one just in case. You always gotta be careful with these games. I never go into a battle without saving. Alright. Oh, what another amazing view. Just no notes. Absolutely no notes. What the fuck? Why? Why do that? They're all over there too. Oh boy. Oh my god, we're on a hill. And in some woods too. Are they still doing the thing where they overlap? I believe they are. So let's... Hello? There we go. Why is this army this way? I don't know. Probably for budgetary reasons. We ran out of money for like even numbers of troops. It's been so long since that episode that I wouldn't be able to tell you. These are even. No, it's because we don't have a horse unit. Like, we don't have an extra horse. We just have a general as far as horse units go, which is actually not good. That's a little worrisome, actually. You ever just get really itchy very suddenly? That happens to me on occasion. I don't like it. I think it should be illegal for my nose to itch like that. Oh, they're over there. They're all over there. That's so weird. That's not even close. You can do better than that. Come on. Wait, are they gonna walk at an angle into my cannon range? Ooh, 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 what are those doing? Shit, those were a lot closer than mine. This is where horses would be very useful. See, this is where horses would be very useful. See, they know this, that horses would be very useful here. They've put troops in front of their cannons. I'm not sure if they realize that. I guess it doesn't matter. They're doing it in a big arc, so they're not going to hit their own troops. See? God damn. They've really zeroed in on us. Meanwhile, we're hitting over here. What is up with that? Please hit. Closer. Just like one unit of horses over there. Oh shit. Huh. Weird. Why did they do that? Are we in canister range? We are. Get canistered. That hill is going to give us a lot of cover. Okay, not good. There's another place where horses would come in useful. Please stop hitting my cannons. I would really appreciate if you stopped killing my cannon guys. Alright, General, get back out here. Oh my god. Hey, could you please grab your fucking cannons again? I guess not. Fire? Yeah, they're thinking about it. Are you gonna shoot at them? I feel like you could shoot at them if you... Whoa, whoa, what the fuck? I guess go back to that. Okay. Yeah, that shit was howitzers. I didn't even realize. They're firing. There's only one of them and they're firing and you're not firing at all. What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay. They're already thinking about it. I guess go run down those guys so they don't come back. This shouldn't take much longer. I think that's it. Battle for Lisbon. It's a little silly. We're a little silly with it. Hey there, thanks for watching another video. Why don't you give it a like, share it around, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications. You know, the YouTube stuff. You can also follow me on Twitch and Twitter for more content. I got content plenty for ya. You can also support the channel by giving me money. You have a Patreon. If you join the Patreon, you can show up in the credits over here. I would really appreciate that. You can also use my TCG Player affiliate link to get any singles, sealed product, or accessories that you want, all to start supporting the channel at the same time. That's all for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful rest of whatever time it is for you. Bye now!